So we need to find out the sum of cosine 20 degree plus cosine 100 degree plus cosine of 140 degree. Now to solve this problem, we will take the help of the transformation formula. So let's state that formula. So the sum of two cosine function, so that transforms as a product of two cosine function as given by this particular format. Now what we can do, we have three terms that are cosine function, so we can take any two terms at a time. So let us begin by first adding up the first term and the second term. So we have cosine of 20 degree added to cosine of 100 degree. So we'll add them first and then add this result to cosine of 140 degree. However, we can simplify 140 degree as 180 degree minus 40 degree. There's a reason why we are writing it. We're trying to simplify this. Now, okay, now let's do it. Now let's apply the transformation formula. So here we have 2 times cosine of angle. So let us consider 100 to be alpha and 20 degree to be beta. This is done so that alpha is greater than beta, and it is going to be easier for us to compute alpha minus beta. Fine. But that's also totally up to your choice. You could also choose alpha to be 20 and beta to be 100, and it's not going to affect the final answer because cosine is an even function. Right. So let us begin. So we have cosine of 100 plus 20. So that's alpha plus beta divided by 2 multiplied to cosine of alpha minus beta. So that's 100 minus beta divided by 2. Fine. Plus cosine of, so we have 180 degree minus 40. So we can further simplify this to get cosine of 2 times 90 degree minus 40 degree. Fine. So this will be equals to 2 times cosine of, so 100 plus 20, so that's 120. So we have 120 degree divided by 2 times cosine of 80 degrees divided by 2. Plus, now we have cosine of 2 times 90 minus 40. That means when we are expressing our cosine as an even multiple of 90 degrees. So whenever we have an even multiple, then the cosine is going to remain as cosine, but the new angle is going to be 40 degree instead of 140. So we have cosine of 40 degree, but we'll also have to be careful regarding the sine. So here we are working with a cosine function, and we need to check in which quadrant the angle 140 lies. Since we have broken down 140 as 2 times 90 minus 40, so here it tells us that we are in the second quadrant as dictated by this number 2. The 2 means we are in the second quadrant. Then again, we are also subtracting a number 40 degree from it. So 40 degree is a very small angle. It's an acute angle, so it's not going to affect the quadrant. We're still going to lie in the second quadrant. Now, coming to the sine part, in the second quadrant, the sine function and its reciprocal, the cosecant function, that is positive. Everything else is going to be negative. So that means our value is going to be negative cosine 40 degree. Okay. Now, further simplification gives us 2 times cosine of 120 over 2 is going to be 60 degree. Multiplied to cosine of 80 over 2, so that's 40 degree minus cosine of 40 degrees. Now cosine of 60, that's a standard value, that's half. So we have 2 times half times cosine of 40 degree minus cosine of 40 degrees. So here 2 and 2 gets factored out. That leaves us with cosine 40 degree minus cosine 40 degree. So they cancels out and leaves us with the value 0. Now that means the sum of the 3 cosine functions, cosine 20, cosine 100 plus cosine 140, so they sums up to give us a value 0.